Why, hello, my honeybees. I'm Sunnybee with a little bit of scare. Today, I'm here to talk about the Zodiac Killer. I was debating ever filming this or continuing this project because there are a lot of things out there about the Zodiac Killer. It's a very known, unsolved crime. I'm ready to jump back in, and I'm just going to do a simple project because I have been sick lately, and I've been trying to finish up the school year with good grades. Y'all, I have a sunburn. I'm peeling like a reptile. So let's bundle in for the cold weekend and dive into the cold-minded cases. In the 1960s, the Zodiac Killer appeared in the California Bay Area. His spark of fame came from random couples or singles showing up dead. These cases were followed up by a letter sent to the news about his crimes. Or it would be a call from one of the call booths, so they could not track his number. In these letters, he would tell them the news, where the bodies were, and called himself the Zodiac via the name. Talk about a scrambled mind. So, the first killing. The first known kill was a young couple in senior year of high school in early June. Senior year. Robert and his fiancée, Linda, went to Lompoc High School in Santa Barbara County. Robert and his fiancée, Linda, went to Lompoc High School in Santa Barbara County in Southern California. On a Tuesday morning, the couple decided to ditch school and go to a beach nearby. When they didn't return, Robert's father went to the beach to look for them. There, he found a horrific sight of the couple dead, lying together inside the remains of a crumbled shack. Both victims were bound with ropes and appeared to have tried to escape. Unsuccessful, they were shot with a .22 caliber weapon. Robert was shot 2 more times than Linda. She had 9 shot wounds. He had 11. The killer had tried to start a fire after their murder, but failed. At first, this was not connected to the Zodiac Killer. Later, the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Department said the weapon and type of killing place was the same as later killings made by the Zodiac Killer. So, the second killing. In Riverside, a killing occurred on October 30th. In 1966, an 18-year-old Cherry was found dead. Now, when I was doing research on her, there was about 2 different websites that said that she was not a part of the Zodiac Killer. But there was also about 5 other websites that said she was. I also did look into government websites, college websites that are resourceful, not Wikipedia. Guys, please do not use Wikipedia. My teachers, they stress that a lot. And yet the kids in my grade still use Wikipedia. It's not resourceful. Don't use it. Anywho, she was a student at Riverside City College, RCC, and lived with her father. On that night, she had left a note to her dad stating she was going to the library. The library was in her college campus, and she had a car, so she drove. The next morning, her vehicle was found unattended in the parking lot and tampered with. Cherry's body was found close by between 2 townhouses that were vacant. Her throat was slashed and she was stabbed several times. During the investigation, police found a men's Timex watch, military boot prints, and a clump of hair and dried blood on the victim's hands. 1 month after the kill, the local newspaper and the police department received a typewritten letter titled The Confession. This was from someone who claimed to be the killer, and here's what the letter said. She was young and beautiful, but now she is battered and dead. She is not the first, and she will not be the last. I lay awake nights thinking about my next victim. Maybe she will be the beautiful blonde that babysits near the little store and walks down the dark alleyway each evening about 7. Or maybe she will be that sharply blue-eyed brunette that said no when I asked her for a date in high school. But maybe it will not be either. But I shall cut off her female parts and dispose of them for the whole city to see. So don't make it easy for me. Keep your sisters, daughters, and wives off the streets and alleys. Miss Bates was stupid. She went to the slaughter like a lamb. She did not put up a struggle, but I did. It was a ball. I first pulled the middle wire from the distributor. Then I waited for her in the library and followed her out after about 2 minutes. Mind you, minutes is spelt wrong. Anyways, the battery must have been about dead by then. I offered to help. She was then very willing to talk with me. I told her that my car was down the street and that I could give her a lift home. When we were away from the library walking, I said it was about time for her to die. She asked me, about time for what? I said it was about time for her to die. I grabbed her around the neck with my hand over her mouth and my other hand with a small knife at her throat. She went very willingly. Her breast felt very warm and firm under my hands. But only one thing was on my mind, making her pay for the brush-off that she had given me during the years prior. She died hard. She squirmed and shook as I choked her, and her lips twitched. She let out a scream once, and I kicked her head to shut her up. I plunged the knife into her, and it broke. I then finished the job by cutting her throat. I am not sick. I am insane. But that will not stop the game. This letter should be published for all to read it. It just might save the girl in the alley, but that's up to you. It will be on your conscience, not mine. Yes, I did make that call to you also. It was just a warning. Beware, I am stalking your girls now. So, I only noticed one word that was spelled incorrectly, but I'm sure there probably is other words spelled correctly. With this, one of the suspects was a kid who went to the college, probably purposely not spelling correctly. But some thought that it could have been a kid who worked at the library because he knew his way around the campus. He knew that the two townhouses were vacant. Only the library assistants and workers knew that those two townhouses were vacant because they held books that they had brought in or were too old, and it was a little storage closet for them, basically. The third murder. The next murder took place in Bianca? Y'all, tell me why these words are difficult. Make places names easier, please. Please. I'm trying not to stutter, but you're not helping. Okay. The next murder took place in Bianca on December 20th, 1968. Two high school students finally set out on their first official date, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday. David promised Betty's father he would have her home by 11 p.m. Shortly after their outing, passing motorcyclists noticed the Rambler and its owners parked at Lover's Lane. A well-known hangout for date outings at the time. After a little, another car passed by and noticed lifeless-seeming bodies on the side of the road. Betty was found dead with bullet holes in the head, while David was found with one bullet to the head, nearly dead. The bullet casing indicated that the killer used a .22 caliber weapon. And this is the last murder that I have written down. Depending on how well this video does, I will post a part 2 with the rest of the killings, because from the website I was on, it looked like there was 8 murders, and then there was also the suspects that I had to do. So, the 4th murder. On July 4th, 1969, in Valjean, a 22-year-old Darlene was a victim, as well as her friend with her at the time, Michael. They were hanging out in Blue Rock Springs Park. From what Michael told the police, another car drove into the lot and the driver got out, shined a bright light at them, then fired gunshots with a 9mm gun. Michael was shot in the jaw, shoulder, and leg, while Darlene was shot several times. Darlene died in the hospital later on, while Michael lived on. On the day of the shooting, at 12:40 p.m., a call traced to the gas station payphone, where a man called the Vallejo police and claimed right to the murder. And there is a note that I did find on the website. However, I cannot read it because it looks like scribbles. So, with that to an end, if you think about it, the Zodiac Killer, it is an unsolved crime, but he could most likely still be alive to this day. Very old, but it is likely. And other than that, I've only been filming for 13 minutes? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Y'all, it says I have only been filming for 13 minutes. This is not okay. Oh, caught in a bad romance. Oh, caught in a bad romance. What's your bad romance? Roma, Roma, ma, gaga, ooh la la. Want your bad romance? Okay, guys, I just went on my phone really quickly to check So I posted 2 weeks ago 2 different posts asking what I should post more of. Only 3 people responded to the what should I post more of, and the options were horror reacts, horror games, Sims 4, or true crime. 33% said true crime, 67% said horror games. So if you guys could please tell me what you guys would prefer, so I can focus on that mainly. Of course, I'm going to do both. I had a Sims 4 video that I was going to post, but I have not edited it, mainly because that no one voted for Sims 4. So please go vote, so I can know what you guys would like to see from my channel. I'm hoping to post a lot more during summer. And then the second post is asking when I should post. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or comment. So I only had one vote on that, and that was Wednesday. So please tell me what day you guys would like me to post as well.